Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So basically this video is going to be a little bit of a different video for you guys. It is going to be a book review on Americanah by Chimamanda Adichie. Americanah is a term used to describe a Nigerian that has gone abroad over to America and comes back to Nigeria with a newfound pretentious aura about them, and it is not a malicious slang. It is one that is used humorously, and yeah, so I find that really interesting that she named her novel Americanah. Also, I did watch one of her interviews where she did explain the choice of title. It is because she felt as though, because it is a slang, regardless of which country would publish the book, they wouldn't change the translation of the title, which I think is really smart. Now, I'm just going to preface this video by saying that I really did enjoy this novel. I do give this novel a 4 out of 5. Now, I have read her other novels. I think there are only like 1 or 2 that I haven't read, and this has to be my favorite one because I feel like her writing style is one that almost makes the characters very poignant and very real. Like when you read it, you feel like either you've experienced it before or you know for sure that this cannot be fictional, despite this book being completely fictional. I do believe, however, that she did take some inspiration for her own life. She is a Nigerian woman who lived abroad, so I feel like when she was writing about the female protagonist Ifemelu in this novel, I think she did keep herself in mind. The reason I could not give it a 5 out of 5, however, is because I do feel like Chimamanda kind of wasted a lot of words in this book. She did a lot of character development with every single character you meet. She developed the character in depth and she wrote a lot about them, but then what I found was that with some of them she did not kind of, like, she didn't reach, like, so she built and built and built and built and built, all for her to sometimes just forget about the character altogether, and the character wasn't, sometimes they weren't even important, sometimes they didn't really add anything to the story per se, and I just feel like that's a waste of paper, a waste of ink, a waste of story that could have been added to Obinze or Ifemelu's storyline. Now, essentially this novel is a romantic novel, but it does deal with issues like race. However, it does so in a very light-hearted manner, so when you read it you don't feel depressed after reading it, and you don't look at yourself in the mirror and think, oh my god, like, what kind of world do we live in? No, when you read it you just kind of become more educated and more aware, if you aren't a black woman already, aware of the stereotypes surrounding black women, Africans abroad, and just some of the issues that black women do face. And it is a very good educational read in that regard, as well as also touching on the lives of the people back home in Nigeria, because a lot of people feel like there really isn't much going on in Africa, but this book illustrates that there actually is just as much going on, and I think that's fantastic. I do not want to give too much away regarding this novel, because I feel like it's an experience that I don't want to take away from anyone. I read this novel without reading any reviews or watching any reviews, but this review isn't going to be a spoiler per se, but I will just say that I did enjoy it, and I encourage you, if you can get your hands on it, to also read it. It is basically a love story between the female protagonist Ifemelu and male protagonist Obinze, who are basically high school sweethearts, and then we follow their journey further as they separate, and Ifemelu goes to America and Obinze goes to the UK, and along the way there are many events that take place, and then they, should I say what happens after? I'm not going to say what happens after, that's for you guys to read and find out, but basically it's just keep in mind that it is a romantic novel. One of her books, bestsellers, Half of a Yellow Sun, did get made into a movie, but I would love to see this actually get made into a movie because I feel like it would be so much more interesting. Definitely get this book 4 out of 5. Fantastic book. Did I mention how many pages it had? 539 pages, and the font is just honestly normal font. It's a light read, and you'll probably finish it in one day, to be honest, like if you have that kind of time, because it is very, very engaging. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Definitely get your hand on the novel and make sure you stay tuned for my next video.